Hello everybody and welcome to this week's free newsletter from Trade with Precision. My name's Simon Clark and I'm going to be discussing a few of the key markets which I'm keeping a close eye on for trading opportunities right now. Now the first one here is the Australian dollar against the US dollar, and what I like about most of these markets is that we're just in the process of changing weekly trends, and some of these trends on the weekly charts just tend to run for a very long time. If we take a look here at the first one, Australian dollar against the US dollar, we can see this has been in a downtrend for, well, quite some time. It's recently turned around, so it's been very technical around some of these key levels, and we've recently turned around by placing a high, a higher low and a higher high, broken a key level of 9,000 and started to make some very nice moves to the long side. So what I start to look for here is where potentially might the market retrace to or run to. Well, I can certainly, on this time frame, there's nothing in the way up until we get to around this 94,000 level. We can see that there's been prior support, prior resistance, quite technically at this level. So, certainly nothing in the way for price to move up to this area. So what I start to do is to look down onto these lower time frames and start to see the chart structure here. So here on the daily chart, we've got all the moving averages in the right order. We've got lovely convergence here on the indicators too. And I've got this level that's marked in here around the 91.45 level. It happens to be just at the top of the buy zone there, because price is just a little bit extended here from the moving averages after this big powerful move. So a retracement back into this area might be quite nice, because in actual fact this area has been prior resistance, right the way through here, prior support and prior resistance. So quite a strong level forming there right in the buy zone. So I even start to come down to the lower time frames, just come here to the mid time frames. 480 looks very nice, starting to get a bit of a retracement here. And coming down to the 4-hour chart, we can see I've drawn a fib study in from the low to the high, and we've got a couple of levels here that cluster with the 61.8% fib level and the 50% fib level. So this is sort of just clustering with the previous highs. Now this top one here is 91.43. Now 91.45 was actually this level that I was looking at here on the daily, which looked very nice. So certainly a pull back into this area would be rather nice, looking for opportunities to regain positions for the long side. Other markets I'm looking at here is Euro AUD. Now if we take a look at Euro AUD here on the weekly chart, we can see this level, this market's been very technical, and the technical level that's just been broken here is the 1.5 level, and you can see this has been prior resistance, support, and now we've just broken it. And recently here on the weekly chart, the market's made a low, lower high, and now a lower low. So we've now got the structure here of a downtrend here, broken this 1.5 level, and again just looking here where potentially price may retrace to. Well, there's certainly nothing in the way for price to move down to the 145 level down here, where there's a previous level of resistance here, and there's a bit of support and resistance here too. So certainly looking some nice opportunities, and what I start to do is to come down to the lower time frames, and we can see that the market started to have a bit of a retrace now. We've certainly got a nice downtrend here, moving averages all in the right order, nice convergence on the indicators here too. So a bit of a pullback to 1.5 would be rather nice for an entry for the short side here, and you can see just how precise this level has been tested on the daily chart. So I'm just looking for opportunities maybe on the daily chart, on the sort of 4-hour chart, and on the 480 chart for opportunities around the 1.5 level on this market. Okay, so let me tell you just a little bit more about the free webinars that we are running this week. If you want to find out more about trading and about how we trade the markets, then come and join us on the 2 free webinars that we're running this week. They're titled How to Become a Successful Trader. So in this webinar, what we'll be doing is taking a look at the path to trading success and how to ensure that you stay on it, why most trading strategies fail, and how to prevent yours from failing too. And we'll also look at 3 critical trading errors that most unprofitable traders make and how to overcome them. So there's two webinars that we're running. Got the different dates here. They're on Tuesday and Wednesday evenings. So different times here depending upon what time zone that you're in. All you need to do to register for these is to come to the Trade with Precision website, click on free webinars, and then you just click on these tabs to register for those webinars. Okay, so thank you very much for joining, and look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye for now.